Hi kindergarten. I told you how this week we are taking a look at nonfiction or real life facts or information books rather than stories or fantasies and make-believe. I'm curious what you already know about frogs and maybe if reading a story or book that's nonfiction will help you learn even more. This one is The Tale of Tadpole. Tale spelled with a bossy E is story of a tadpole. Tale with A-I. Let me just show you what that would look like. Tale spelled T-A-I-L would be the back end of an animal. So two different kinds of tales. They mean two different things. Tale of Tadpole. Story of a tadpole. What I like about this is similar to yesterday, our animals born alive, those cats born alive, compared with a frog that comes from an egg. The tale of a tadpole begins in a pond. Mother frog lays her eggs next to a lily pad. Each tiny egg is wrapped in clear jelly. Inside the jelly, the egg grows into tadpoles. They wriggle like worms. They push through the jelly and swim in the water. They breathe through gills like fish. One of those identifiers of nonfiction are those close-up pockets. They zoom in so we can get even more detail. Many other animals, live in the pond. Shiny goldfish and sticklebacks and great diving beetles. They chase the young tadpoles. A stickleback feels hungry. He opens his mouth wide. The little gray tadpoles wriggle their tails and swim away through the water. A great diving beetle feels hungry too. His hairy back legs beat through the water. The tadpoles escape and hide in the weeds. Soon, a tadpole grows legs with tiny webbed toes. Webbed toes are like flippers. They help the small tadpole push through the water. So that close-up of the webbed toes as he's swimming. He grows arms with skinny fingers. He nibbles on plants and gobbles green pondweed. Half tadpole, half frog, he rests in the sunshine. His tail is shrinking. That's the same spelling of tail, different than T-A-L-E, the story. His tail is shrinking. It gets smaller and smaller. A new frog sits on a lily pad. His legs are strong now. He can breathe through his nostrils. His skin is dotted with tiny gold spots. Frogs must keep their skin slimy. He hops back in the pond and swims for a while. Then he climbs onto a log. Another frog finds him and sits behind him. Now full grown, he dives through the water. He's not afraid of the stickleback. He swims past the beetle. Look at how big the frog is now compared to the beetle and the stickleback. He used to open his mouth and have the tadpole right there, and now the frog is not afraid. In the pond, he watches and waits. What does he see? With his round, beady eyes, a fly lands above him. He creeps closer and closer, but the big frog jumps up. It snatches the fly with its long, sticky tongue. The frog misses his meal. Next time, he'll be faster. The golden-skinned frog chases a dragonfly. It lands on a lily pad. Under the lily pad are hundreds of frogs' eggs. Inside each egg, a tadpole is growing. Each tadpole will grow into a golden-skinned frog. The picture word list and the index.